I didn't want y'all to see my cards,
All right. Tweets going out with most of you tagged.
Preston, maybe it's a new angle, but your beard looks fantastic.
Oh, nice. We got like some sun coming through the window. It's probably
That's a high quality beard.
It's just for that comment.
High quality.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I told Preston this before. You got to go slim on the side, long on the symmetrical view is important.
Makes my fat face look a little better. Yeah. By the way, Christian, do I owe you for last week, or I owe someone still?
I don't think I'm owed.
Okay. Scott wouldn't have told me, so good thing I
add it to the prize pool.
All right.
I just see over the last round.
How's Doug? What's up, Doug?
How are you?
All right. Tweets out. I probably forgot somebody. I wish I could miss. You can't tag people on Twitter unless there's a picture, which is super annoying.
Is that true? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It obviously is true. You're the king of Twitter, but
I need the characters for the damn Twitch link. Sure, it's quiet in here. I feel like we need some music, Colin, or something.
Yeah, I mean, if I can get this
started,
when the stream, I'll throw some music on. I'll be the DJ once we get the stream going.
Not that you don't have enough responsibilities
Yeah,
to do right now.
not that I'm on a boat dock a day in Arkansas of entertaining the kids and stuff. By the way, Tyson, you made my 13-year-old son cry when you said Survivor was my job and it was all for my kids. My 13-year-old son started crying. He was like, I loved Boston Rob, but
fun of him.
He's like,
we
now
still make fun of him for that.
He's like, now I love Tyson more than Boston Rob. I'm like, oh my gosh, he has like a rankings. Who he loves more.
Yeah. I eclipsed a lot of people with those tears, dude, and bringing that my daughter out. So,
my daughter said, "Why is he acting like a little bitch?"
Yeah, a little bit of that too.
damn.
I'm kidding.
So Tyson, I've grilled Maria about her amazing race experience, and I've always wanted to know something about Survivor. What do you use to brush your teeth?
Nothing. Twigs.
Oh my God!
You're just trying to keep the funk off of them. But honestly, you're not eating anything. So as long as you're scraping like the funk off of them, then you're gonna be fine.
Oh man,
Rinse out with salt water.
Is that the bamboo though? That's the bamboo though.
bamboo.
Like you're doing the whole.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
floss
why everybody
thing.
has like a little toothpick in their mouth a lot of times. And then you can get some sand and like exfoliate them a little bit too if you need.
And if everybody has bad breath, it's like no one has bad breath.
But Tyson, that's a new evolution because that didn't happen like the first 10, 15 seasons. No one was picking their teeth with bamboo before. Now they are all the time.
Yeah, it's the hygiene. The dental hygiene has just picked up in the last 20 years. That's one of the things you're seeing. The show has just captured life in general, as everybody cares about their teeth now.
So you're telling me Survivor 41 is going to be masks, 6 feet of distance.
It's going to be so great, dude. It's just a mirror of life.
Going to the grocery store.
Yeah. There's a few people that don't brush their teeth out there, and the funk like kind of conceals the seams between each of their teeth, and their breath smells bad. But if you just put in a little effort every day and rinse with salted water and stuff, it's the most that you can do.
Jeez.
So
that was the answer I was expecting, and I'm still a little shook by it. I'm like, if that's the one thing, I feel like I could deal with the bugs, the no sleep, the starvation. I could wrap my head around that, but I'm like, I got to brush my teeth at some point.
Dude, and before the first time I went on the show was like 12 years ago, and the first time I went on the show before that, I was like, floss twice a day, brush 3 times a day type of guy every day. I can't miss it. It's the one thing I don't miss is flossing and brushing. I have to hit that every day a few times. And after the show, I was like, I can floss once a week. It's okay. And so now, like, I've loosened up a little bit, but it's not for the better for sure. You should floss every day.
when you come back to the States, what's the first thing you do? Eat, go to the doctor, get your teeth cleaned?
It depends. It depends on if you go to the finals, you eat because you pretty much get half a day to eat, and then they put you on a plane, and that's not enough. So you just like eat and sleep. Because you shower, like the first things you do right when you get out of the game are usually eat and then shower and then sleep as long as you can. And so, but if you've been at Ponderosa for weeks, you've been pigging out already, so you're sick of eating. So then you go to the doctor.
That's the whole thing that gets me, Tyson, is nobody hears from the losers. Like, let's say you lose, but you're on the jury, so you're still stuck there on the island. Now you can eat as much and sleep as much as you want, but you'll destroy your body if you eat 3 cheeseburgers and 5 plates of fries.
Dude, you do, and people get real sick. I've gone back heavier than I started multiple times, where I like leave at like 170 and come back at like 195, and people are like, "You look so skinny, you probably won." It's like, I'm 6'3", I can hide it, but I'm definitely not skinnier.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Ponderosa burgers hit different.
I mean, because you're starving yourself of everything, like water and everything. So your water weight comes back, and then you're drinking like soda and electrolytes and salt, and everything's staying on you. So it's it's a good cleanse, but the second it turns off, you pretty much eat yourself to real sickness.
Let me ask you, let's say an honest question I've always wondered for everybody that's on the jury. How much are you into it and into the politics, considering you've been voted out, you've been backstabbed, you're emotionally hurt, you're physically just want to be with you want to be with your family. Like, these people that are on the jury.
I don't give 2 shits about the end of it there. If I'm on the jury, I'm like, it's not me taking the money. Do I really care that bad? Not especially. If I have somebody that I love, that regardless of gameplay or whatever, it'd be like if you had a brother out there or like a really close friend and they made it to the finals, regardless of their play, you're going to vote for them because you want to see them take a bag. But otherwise, you just try and choose the best gameplay and stuff. But honestly, for me, I check out about like 4 days from the finals. If I'm on the jury, I'm just like, I'm ready to go home. Let's get this done. The faster we do it, the better. And I think this last tribal council at the final, you could see I didn't say anything. I just kind of sat there with my head down, get me out of here.
Let's talk from a producer standpoint. This is the biggest season that they ever had. Why in the world would you not stop until it stops raining and it's cold and it's freezing? This is the biggest tribal council ever. Why would you have it in the worst conditions ever? Why wouldn't you?
That was brutal. And
the thing
is
you guys looked miserable.
They said bring a jacket and you can wear it before and then take it off. And everybody decided to wear their jackets. And I was like, I'm a pro on TV. I brought this dope dress shirt. I'm going to wear it. And I was freezing. Everybody else had like a mismatching jacket on. And I was like, these guys are so unprofessional right now. They have no respect for the game, wearing a sloppy jacket that doesn't even match their outfit. It was a mistake. I should have worn a jacket. I got out there and it was a thin linen shirt.
Sophie was sick the night before. Like, I don't think, like, she looked like she was still sick. They edited her to where she didn't have any comments on the final tribal.
She just hung her head with her head of stringy hair down, ghost face. Dude, so Ponderosa is essentially like a bunch of little huts, like with a few beds in them. And I was in the same room as Wendell and Jeremy. But you get up at all times of the night to go to the commons area to like get a bottle of water or whatever you want to eat, because you're so starved that you'll just get up at 3 a.m. and walk over and get something out of the fridge. So they have everything available. I remember getting up and walking over, and Sophie was in her underwear on all fours, puking over the side of her porch, and just like nonstop. And I think Kim was there holding her hair back, and it was crazy. And then she was like that she got a bug or something. So it wasn't just overeating, but I don't think that the overeating did her any favors.
I would like to announce something, that in the middle of that story of Colin asking a question, he just 3-bet Tyson shove stack all in on this table.
I got 2 overs. What am I going to do? I got 2 overs. Tyson, we got to
Yeah.
be bros after this. I don't know what's going to happen here, but here,
Not if you knock him out before we get to the third level.
Yeah.
no,
I had ace 10, but they weren't diamonds.
yeah, I thought that CBS could have done a better job of like, listen, we're going to push this off because it's such a big thing, and you know, Sophie's sick and the rain is bad. And by the way, thanks for clearing up Ponderosa, because those of us that are Survivor nuts, we think it's the Olympic Village. Like everybody has their own bed and their own house, and
You do
they
have
just
your own bed.
yeah.
But like all the locations are different. So like some locations, like Brazil where I was, it was in the middle of nowhere. So all they had was a tent with generators, like stringing lights to you. And so, yeah, it's always different. This one had like a little bit nicer setup. So it really just depends on location. But now that they're all in Fiji,
Right.
what was that thing I just got?
We have emojis, Tyson. So PokerStars has emojis where you can shoot at other people. Amazingly. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And I don't know how that happened. What do I have to do here?
Click on the little handball that's on your own
Okay.
guy, and you can
then
throw a
pick
tissue at me
someone.
for crying or a rocket at me for whatever.
Oh, cool. And I can just hit whoever.
Yeah, you can. So I made a complaint the other night, and I think I got 3 tissues thrown at me. So
What are you drinking over there, JJ?
Dan 76, baby. Keeping it classy. Oh, yeah.
It's the right
Oh,
time
yeah.
of year for that.
The bigger Survivor question is if they're going to film 41 and 42.
yeah, what Tyson? Do you have any intel on like is 41 being?
They're trying.
You
They
would.
could
You
technically
COVID's
get
not
out
going
there
to.
like in September and start the. Go ahead, ask your question.
I was gonna say, you would think that they would check everybody's temperature, put them in quarantine for 14 days, and then say, "You're filming on this island. We've checked the crew.
Yeah.
We've checked
Why wouldn't they
everybody."
do that? I feel like that's
Let me
what they're
tell
gonna
you
do.
something. They have over 400 crew members coming from like 60 different
Wow.
countries.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Maria, would you do Survivor?
I don't know. I've asked myself that lots of times. Like I want to for the personal challenge, but I really I'm not sure if I'm up for it.
Bro, you
Have they
see
asked
the
you?
idiots out there, it's so easy.
Have they asked you, Maria?
I had an opportunity to go through the process of we talked about it, and I think it could be a possibility, maybe if I really wanted to, but I've never really pursued it just on the off chance that they're like, all right, you're in, let's go. And then I'm like, oh, wait.
The thing that you don't understand, well, the thing that a lot of people don't understand is you're really relying on the group. It's not like you have to know how to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just somebody there hopefully has to know how to do it. And so that's the thing. Like you get out there, somebody knows how to start fire. Somebody knows how to cook over a fire. Somebody knows hopefully how to fish. Somebody knows how to put up a shelter. And you just all, but nobody wants to do like a really nice thing. So it's just like all like poorly executed. I don't even know what you would classify those as, because you don't want to build like a dope shelter for everybody.
Right.
But so everything is built pretty shitty as people get tired and lazy and stuff.
But that's what you saw with Wendell. Wendell's like, I'm not going to build you a swing. I'm not going to build
Yes.
you a luxury apartment anymore. Like I'm not going to go out of my way to be everybody's favorite.
Right.
Even though he has the
Exactly
ability
right.
to make you comfortable.
Yeah, it's true. And that's the thing. And if you know how to fish, you're not going to spend all your day fishing and
Right.
working yourself tired.
The Aussie effect.
I was about to say, you just need Aussie on your drive, and oh wow.
Okay, how do I rebuy?
I'll be asking the same question in about 10 minutes, so or maybe a little less than that.
Good job, Doug.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Not that
see,
hard when
tell
they
me
bill
who
you that.
to tell me who to send the cash to.
We'll drop. You know what we'll do? We'll drop the.
You don't have to bounce if you don't want to either. If you're not busy.
I know.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna bounce yet. I thought that would be funny if I was just like, thanks for the 15
Thanks, I'm
minutes,
out.
guys.
Yeah.
Zoom call.
Jackass.
And
Yeah.
Justin, can you drop the email in the Zoom chat?
Yeah, I got
Is there a way
Thank
for
you.
me to rebuy?
Next, we need next time we need a rebuy function. the first hour, half an hour. We don't have it though. They don't have
Okay.
it.
Call down a clip.
Tyson, what year was your first year?
2008.
2011.
2009. 2008. Yeah.
2010, I was, Rob had hooked me up and I was super close. Then my daughter was going to be born and they asked me to hold on because they were afraid I would be like a Johnny Fairplay and bounce. And they were like, well, your daughter's about to be born. We don't want you to be like, you know, when we film, she'll be like 3 months old and let's just wait like a year and a half. And I was like, dude, when she's like a 3-month-old blob, I'm more likely to be okay. Once she's able to say, Daddy, don't go. I was like, you know, now is the time. Like, we're going to wait. And then with MasterChef, I had exclusivity. So I was like, with Fox.
Yeah, that also then makes it hard. But also, if you didn't have exclusivity, they after you were on Fox, they probably wouldn't have. Like I've talked to networks before, and they're like, "We like you, but we don't promote CBS talent." And I was like, "Well, I don't have to be a CBS talent." And they're like, "Too late, sorry." But yeah, let me get all your Survivor questions out of the way before I bounce. What else you got? That's it.
People have asked you enough. I don't know. I feel like
Where's Colin?
No,
Colin,
I hold on. I'm here. I had to. Hold on. There's my video. Listen. I don't think you guys understand. Like, Tyson and Boston Rob and all of these guys from Survivor have been a part of my like family and my sons for years. I don't think they realize the impact that they have to bring us together into one room with all the devices and the Nintendo Switches and all the shit that they play and like all the distractions they have as teenagers. Like, Survivor has a reason for everybody to come to the living room and for 60 minutes talk about strategy and talk about how to work people that are overpowering and how to make yourself likable to people that aren't. Like, so I think Tyson should know that him and everybody else in the Survivor community, huge influences on everyday families. It's great.
Wow, thanks, Colin. I'll stick around all day for stuff like that. God, build my ego. You got 20 seconds. Go.
Do you have any more chips? Can we get any more chips to come over this way? Because
throw emojis though. He'll take emojis.
Yeah,
I
don't have any more chips.
All right,
is it actually a poker alliance?
No.
Poker Alliance. Oh,
what
man.
was that? What was
like-
that shit? You show up on one TV show and all of a sudden there's a
for an
poker
hour.
alliance.
Well, people just wanted a reason to come after us, and if they could create a reason, it's like there's so much on the show. Like, going into it, it's like there's a lot of egos, and if you're like a more popular name, people aren't going to like that automatically. So you already have an uphill battle. So if anybody's like, you know what, I can see the camera guys like Tyson more. I know the fans like Tyson more. I'm pretty much toast if that's going to be the case, and if people know it. And so to create the Poker Alliance is a thing too. It's like not everybody got the opportunity to play poker on TV. So already there might be a little tinge of envy. On top of that, we were all on screen, and I made a joke about us being the final four like 2 years before the show even happened. So yeah, it wasn't a thing, but at the same time, on this returning season, you would be expected to work with your friends and stuff anyways. Which I would have. Like, if I was with Jeremy and Rob and Kim, I would have tried to work with all of them.
Of course, and to try to stay away from like the heavy politics that are going on in our world right now. It seemed like when everybody showed up, it was the older crowd, the franchise crowd, versus the crowd that didn't really have a following. You don't have a Twitter.
It was new school versus old school.
It was new schoolers, old schools, and no matter what you did, no matter how nice you were, if you fished or got coconuts or if you built a goddamn shelter, you were already labeled as a franchise old school player, and I felt that was completely unfair because you actually got back into the game and tried to make yourself available emotionally and physically and verbally to everybody, and it didn't work.
And nobody would. And that's the thing, is like, that's what part of it is like the franchise players. It's like they're more concerned, even at the cost of their own game, at getting you out. It's like, hey guys, I'm on the bottom. I have nobody. I'm a vote here, and I can swing any way you guys need me to. I just need somebody to pick me up and let me know what we're doing.
Right.
And nobody, like, I would stand up out of the shelter and you could see like neck hair bristles as everybody's like, Tyson stood up. Don't let him do anything. And I was like, I just got to take a leak, and I'm not going to piss in the shelter. And they're like, that's too much. That's too much strategizing, even to take a leak. We don't want you to do that.
It's interesting to me that there wasn't enough of an alpha male to come up to you and say, listen, this is the way that people are reacting to you. I think you and I could work together, and we could get 2 others to make a core 4 and go. But nobody was
Yeah.
alpha male enough to come up to you and say, this is the way they look at you. I'll be your meat shield. Let's go. Nobody
Jeremy
did that.
kind of tried to pull me in, but he's still. The
Jeremy
problem
liked a
was
lot of
that-
people, though. Jeremy was all over the. He was
That's
with
the problem. That was the
everybody.
problem, and he still believed that he was going to go to the end with other people. But the problem is, and something I tried to sell him and Kim was that between him, me, and Kim, we're the most likable people on the cast to the rest of the cast.
Yes.
So nobody wants to go to the end with us 3. So it's like the only way any of us 3 are going to get to the end is working together, because nobody wants to go to the end with Jeremy, nobody wants to go to the end with me, and nobody wants to go to the end with Kim, just based on likability alone.
Right.
But they were convinced that they were going to go to the end with people less likable, and that was a sure win. Like Sarah had convinced Kim that they were going to the end together, and why wouldn't Kim go to the end with Sarah?
Right.
And at the same time, Tony had convinced Jeremy, and Jeremy, yeah, why wouldn't Jeremy go to the end with Tony? Jeremy has the likability points on his side for sure. And so it's an interesting dynamic, and a lot of it is you have to be self-aware. You also have to assume that everybody is playing smart, because you look at people and you're like, this guy's an idiot if he thinks that he can go to the end with me and win. You have to assume he's playing you. He has to know. And if you don't play that way, then you're going to get in trouble.
Exactly.
And so there's so much to it. And it's, it was a bummer because I had never played on the bottom before. Like my whole MO is like, hey guys, I'm here and I'm pretty cool. And everybody's like, okay, you're in the majority, come on in. And this time it was like, everybody was just like slamming doors in my face.
So
if Jeremy would have realized that, I feel like the game could have been a lot different, because Kim definitely realized it.
Yeah, she realized it a hair too late.
Yeah,
and
Jeremy didn't. Jeremy believed what Tony was selling him, which was garbage.
Right.
Fortunately,
Right.
I like Jeremy.
And I love Jeremy. Jeremy's got.
But I don't think I would have gone to the end with Kim or Jeremy. I would have tried to get rid of him. I would have worked with him for a while and tried to get rid of him. But in hindsight, even if I would have gone to the end with him, I mean, that would have been something. And we would have had an awesome final tribal council on our hands with those 3. But that was the thing. It's like you have to realize what's happening. Timing is key. Like you can't be too late on it. You can't make your big move too early or too late. So yeah.
Tyson, a huge burning question that I have as my best friend stares at me across this table. He's an ultra runner. He does 31 miles, 26 miles, no problem. I'm going to start doing ultras all the time. How big was the coconut run? Like in comparison to an ultra, was it because there's jagged rocks or there's ocean tide coming up?
The jagged rocks were the thing that was getting me, was that I wasn't going to take a risk and go down and hurt myself like Rob did.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to mosey over these rocks and get through them, and then I can jog the rest of the stuff. And part of it is you only had to be top 6. So like winning or taking 6, you got the same.
Right.
So it didn't matter. So for me, I was like, I don't have to win this, but I don't even think I could have. And I'm not in the best of shape. Like I've done some ultra stuff too, but I've had 2 kids and have kind of devoted most of my spare time to them. So I haven't really like been working out and doing those things. And so I was just running on muscle memory out there.
Because you're on a 2-month, 3-month program to do. You're on a 2-month, 3-month program to do an ultra in the first place, right? Just to be thrown down and say like, you're gonna go get all these coconuts or all this wood or all. You're like, shit, I'm gonna do what today? All in before the sunset. I mean, I thought that was crazy to ask people to do it, and I mean,
it was. But they had to make it hard out there. Like they really, for the viewers to see that edge of extinction is no joke.
Right.
Like these people are fighting to be here. And so I think that's why those were important to the show. And it was crazy. Like when I saw that challenge, I was like, okay, cool. I get 2 fire tokens. It's guaranteed. There's no way I'm not getting 2 fire tokens here. But I didn't realize it was going to be as hard as it was.
Do you think they messed up with the fire tokens, though? I mean, do you really think that they could have been like we sit here and talk about Bitcoin and we talk about stocks all the time we have poker games, and I feel like the currency was so underutilized in the show. Like it could have been.
Well, that's why I bought peanut butter.
Right.
That was amazing.
If you're not going to give me a shot to do shit, I'm going to buy peanut butter.
everybody was waiting for something that was nothing, maybe.
Right.
You don't have
Right.
to
So I
now,
was
look at
like,
that stuff.
I'm not going to be the guy stuck here with this stuff in my pocket at the end of it all.
Exactly.
And I know that if I buy peanut butter, I have to do it right now so that I can start getting calories in my body this second. I can't wait a day or two and mosey over the decision. I have to do it right now to get the benefits.
I think it's a
So-
great addition to the game, but they didn't manage it right.
Yeah. The other thing too is like, the longer you stay on extinction, the more fire tokens you're going to possibly earn. So if I would have came back in the game, immediately gotten voted out, and had an extra week on Edge of Extinction, I probably would have had more fire tokens to then buy advantages to win my way back in the game.
Right.
Then my resume is huge because I've won back in twice. And so, yeah, I think there was, but I mean, that's how Survivor is. They introduce something new, they see how it works, they change it a little bit, and they'll continue to do that. And I think fire tokens, like having that currency there was an interesting facet of the game. One of the things when I sold that advantage to Parv on the rules, it said that I could only take one fire token for it. And I argued with production for like half an hour to let me take 3 from her. I was like, she'll give me 3. Let me demand 3. And they said, no, you can't. It's 1, that's the rules. And then the exact next advantage, they let the person name their price.
That's stupid.
Exactly.
But that's how they do it. Like they learn from watching players and how players' minds work, and then they morph the game around it. But a lot of times they want you to create the rules yourself. So I argued thinking that they would give me that if I, argued long enough.
It was so interesting because Nat bought all these things to like give her advantages in the final challenge, but it really didn't give her an advantage. Everybody caught up to her by the time that she had bought.
I know,
all
but
of
imagine
those.
if she didn't have that advantage, she would have been like 10 minutes behind.
Way behind, yeah. So
Hey, where's Pete? Anybody talking to him?
Pete Jennings?
Yeah, see, he's not here, right?
What was he doing today?
I
He's
reached
doing
out to
something.
Jared Jeffries today, boys.
Oh, God.
We
Now we're
started-
talking.
Should we go public with this, by the way?
No,
Yes.
Not yet?
We get far.
Yeah.
Just the salutations. How you
You
been?
better hope you win immunity. That's the only way that you.
Well, the audience has to know what we're referring to. I think it's safe if we talk
No,
about
they
it.
don't. They don't need to know.
All right. What, now you don't want me to talk about it? You're
I'm,
calling me
do.
out.
I'm your PR guy. I'm gonna.
No.
I won't allow to talk about it.
I got.
We gotta keep the odds manageable. We can't let the.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's why you want me to keep it quiet.
Yeah.
Killer action.
No,
We
well,
don't
then
want lines to start coming out.
yeah, no, please. All right. So here's the deal, people watching this, and everyone in the chat right now. We had a very late night the other night in this poker stream. We were not on Twitch. We were just having a conversation amongst men. Okay, and it came up. We were talking about NBA players of past. So think of we just listened to Tyson talk about Survivor. Imagine, Tyson, that somebody like you of the NBA, former NBA player that has been retired several years now. We were discussing, because I'm a New York Knicks fan. He played for the New York Knicks. I was wondering how many points I could get off of him in a game of one-on-one.
Currently or
NBA
back
player
when he
who's like
played?
7 feet tall.
Okay, he's 6'11", all right?
Currently or when he
He's 1
played?
inch below.
Right now.
The right now version, so not him in his prime version, his current age version, which I believe. how old is he?
losers? Yeah, make it take it or.
No, losers. Losers. Okay? The individuals, am I allowed to say the individual's name?
We already said it.
yeah, why not?
Oh yeah, this guy, Jared Jeffries, who played for the New York Knicks.
Okay.
So I am convinced in a game to 11 that I could get to 5 total points against him.
No shot.
No, 0.
I don't think so either.
And he's a
I was
friend of
gonna
mine.
say I'd give you
I'm gonna make
a
this
half
happen.
as the line.
I mean, are you an outside
Then
shooter?
you
Like
shoot.
shoot like a distance, like a
Yeah, it comes down to
three-pointer from
shooting.
like 10 feet behind the line?
He's 6'11" though. How long
Okay.
is he? Not gonna be
Is he
like
the
a-
one from Indiana?
Yes.
Played in Indiana.
Yeah.
So the short story is, we all thought
There's
he
no
was
way.
completely nuts. Obviously, we all thought he was
Uh-huh.
nuts. And Wob is on Wob Island, but he can drop 5 on
You're
draft.
all-
cards. We think it's about
Tyson,
1.
Tyson,
2.
I could get 5 points off this guy. I'm confident I can.
So, Rob, I think the thing is you have to also say they get 5 million per point that they don't let you score. Like they have to be incentivized, basically.
No, they don't.
When you
if
factor
he
in,
shows
you've
up
got to
and-
handicap this.
He
No,
could let
he
you.
shows
He could
up.
let you score, is what he's saying.
It's
Yeah,
up to
but
him.
why
If he's
would
up
he?
10-0, he's not going to care, right?
No, he still is because he plays.
No,
he
well,
doesn't
if
want
we
it.
incentivize him, not
Facts,
even.
Tyson.
Yeah, even
got
without
pride.
incentivization, yeah, he's still.
I'm only
you
gonna
have
have
to
him
crush
do
him.
it if
I think that has to be a component of it.
if he's interested, he's gonna take it seriously. I'm gonna talk to him, and if he
But you
truly
just have to like televise it and then shame him if
There you go,
Rob
that's
puts
what-
points on him, because the public shame is going to be enough to incentivize him to crush Rob. Like that's right.
That's all he needs, and he's going to have it because I'm obviously turning this into an event. So of course he's going to try and beat me 11-0.
Here, I'm starting to believe in you, man. I
Thank
think,
you.
yeah.
Tyson, they haven't. Not a single person in this chat has seen me play basketball either. I'm
He said Wob said he averaged
That's
3
fair.
points a game in high school.
We did this.
You know who we have seen play basketball? The NBA guy that we watched.
Wob's the next Skip Bayless. Didn't he average about that off the bench as well?
Rob, I'm in your corner, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah. Everybody else can stand on this other guy's corner. I'll be behind you and I'll be cheering you on.
So
If Jeffries cared, you wouldn't get a single clean look off the entire game.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
I think it's closer to true than not. If he cared, you wouldn't get a shot off very often.
He's 6'11". He was in the
If he
NBA
really
only because he's a good
cared.
defender.
How tall are you, Rob?
6'2". 9 inches.
I'm just sad Daryl's not here to fold.
Oh yeah, what?
That's true.
Man.
Well, hopefully you guys can make it happen. It would be fun to watch.
I think we're gonna make it happen. We're all lining up trying to get like 5 figures down on this.
You can shoot threes.
Nobody's
You're gonna
back.
have to win this by threes.
See, the problem is
Tyson, I can play, man. I can play. I know I can get a couple open shots, and it's losers. So if he scores, I get the ball. It's not make it, take it.
Okay, yeah.
See, the problem is I've seen Preston swindle $20,000 out of people on shooting threes. I have never seen you take a shot, Rob, ever.
That's
like,
exactly
I mean, the
what
handicap.
I still couldn't get those are set shots by yourself wide open. I still couldn't get a shot off against Jeffries.
He's so tall and he's pretty quick. Like he was in the NBA only because he's a good defender. He was not a great offensive player in the NBA. He would just crowd you though. He wouldn't even.
He was
go to
before his time as like a 3-and-D guy potentially if he had figured it
Now
out.
that I have Tyson on my side, I can make the comparison here that he just performed in a Survivor in which he was past his prime. Okay,
Yeah.
Guys,
This is
I keep
how
laughing.
could this is
David.
not even remotely in the same.
This is not even close to.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No Survivor players,
It's
guys.
way more athletic than Survivor.
What?
Oh my god.
Is he in shape right now?
Nobody knows.
He's in decent shape. He looks
I
good.
think that's a big part
Who
of
is
it.
clever
obviously.
22? Who is it?
Yeah.
He worked me earlier too.
Who just did that to me, Matt?
That was me. I was tilted. I apologize.
Fuck.
Yeah, the winning hand.
Lost it in the last hand.
Don't apologize.
It's dirty.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna take off. Rob, I believe in you. Let me know when it happens. I'll show up in person and cheer you on.
go.
Oh, it's gonna be in Vegas. We're gonna have a
Thank you,
party.
Tyson.
That's only a 5-hour drive for me. I'm in Phoenix.
Tyson,
I got
it
no
was
one else in
Tyson.
my
It was really
corner.
great to meet you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, likewise, guys.
Thanks for joining
Bye,
us.
Tyson.
Bye,
We
Maria.
did
Good to
this.
see you
We
again.
did this like a decade ago.
Hey,
David.
Tyson, thanks, man.
Thanks for
see
the
you,
invite.
man.
Invite me next time. I'll stick around longer, or I'll hit my flush.
It won't be all Survivor Talk next time. It's just you being new, you know?
Yeah, that's okay. Okay,
Hold it down, bro. Thank you.
Rob,
See you, Tyson.
work out. Get in shape, bro. I'm gonna get a Team Rob shirt and everything.
Oh, man. See, that's the type of loyalty I want from this damn Zoom chat. Which I can't get.
Even when you beat him off the dribble,
Okay,
you
no,
think you did. He's swatting you from behind
that's true.
99
Okay.
times out of
Yep,
100.
you're
Exactly what I
right.
said. Exactly what I said, Preston.
Matt,
Matt, what you got?
Talk to
Moore,
us because
yeah.
I haven't heard from you yet.
So Jeffries used to work for the Nuggets front office, and he would hang out after practice. I've seen him guard Yusuf Nurkic. Like I've seen him guard Yusuf.
Yeah, well, that's not. I'm sure he couldn't do that, but Rob is.
I mean, Yusuf Nurkic is no Rob Perez.
Did you mean Jokic?
Rob, I'll give you 5.
Wait, Matt, how,
Nurkic used to be there.
Matt, how
Nurkic is
recent
nice.
was this?
I know he used to be there.
Matt, how recent was this?
The last year before Nurkic left, so that was like 17.
So 3 years ago? What was he doing besides just playing defense?
Since then,
What was he doing?
he was working with the Nuggets front office.
Okay. Like what? Playing checkers?
No, they're assistant manager guys.
Okay, what does this have to do with performing on a basketball court? You said he was out there just getting a workout in. I could run around the court too. I could put up a Tony Snell box score of 26 minutes, 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0
One
assists,
steal.
0 steals, and just go running. I get a little cardio in. The absolute fucking disrespect in here is unbelievable because
the
what you
disrespect
think
for Jared
hold on.
Jeffries, an NBA player, is.
Yeah, well, first of all, it's deserved. First of all, it's deserved. Okay.
Compared to NBA players.
Yeah, to compare it to NBA players, it is absolutely deserved. I'm not calling out any other NBA player. I'm not saying I can get 5 points of Giannis Antetokounmpo or LeBron James. It is specifically Jared Jeffries.
The leap between you and Jared Jeffries is infinity.
Yes.
Compared to Jeffries to Giannis or LeBron.
He's 40.
It's like
How old are you? Are
He's
you
close to
23 in
3.
your prime?
No, but I'm not.
Unless you can hit a 35-footer when he's just not guarding you.
Jared Jeffries. Jared Jeffries.
Unless you can hit a 35-footer. I just don't understand how you.
Points. How does he play on
He's
points?
gonna back you down.
And then I'm gonna foul the shit out of him.
Be one of those games.
Yeah, absolutely. You're signing up for a pretty game. No,
I'm signing up for whatever.
If you play me, you better come prepared for trench warfare.
I'll take under 5 either way.
Your big 3 contract is at stake here.
Jeffries was in the NBA because he was a good defender against good NBA players. What do you think he's going to do?
What does that mean? How does he get the ball in the hoop?
He's going to back you down and dunk on you.
I mean,
he was the Big Ten Player of the Year. Like was
There you go, big
over you.
There you go.
You just said how
can
is Jared
shoot all
Jeffries
day.
going to score on me?
He can shoot all day. I'll turn around and let him shoot. I've seen him shoot.
He can just go to the basket and you either foul or he scores every time.
That's correct.
And then he'll go back up, he'll take it again on a foul, and he'll eventually just score anyways.
So we did this like a decade ago with the WNBA player when I was in Vegas. A WNBA player who was from Vegas originally. I forget her name. She was like a fringe player, and it was pretty fun to like test out.
I'll take her over Wob too.
But it ended up being just jumpers right when you check the ball.
Rob, would you get more points off of Jared Jeffries or Isaiah Thomas? Loser's ball.
Which Isaiah?
Which
The one-
Isaiah?
The one with 2 A's?
2 A's.
I would get more points off of Isaiah Thomas. Thomas probably.
The answer is 0 for both, I think.
Oh,
No, come on. I'm taller than Isaiah. I could back him down.
He would steal the ball from you. We put it in your pocket.
How do you think I
Every
dribble?
time.
Like Stanley from The Office?
Dude, he would pick your pocket.
How?
I don't trust your handle, dude. Sorry, it can't be NBA.
JJ, you know me better than any of these people.
He would also score every possession on top of that.
Well, I don't deny that, but there's a difference there on the defensive side. This conversation is not about Isaiah Thomas. This conversation is about Jared Jeffries.
I'm not sure there's much of a difference.
Insanity.
They're both a beatdown.
I think half the points, I'll give you that. That's probably about.
Fine by me. I'll take it. I'll put my own line at 5. I'll take half all day.
Yeah, I think it's do you score or not if he genuinely cares and plays. Which if it's televised or it's
Hope he
streamed to
does.
some extent.
I hope he decides to play because I don't
You
want
gotta
any
make
no
this
damn
happen now.
excuses.
I mean, you got to make this work. Come on now.
I've been trying. It's kind of hard in a pandemic.
I don't know. I don't think we should listen to the guy who handicaps sports on TV though. You're probably right. We should listen to yeah.
I mean, this isn't like a normal thing anyways, but I want to see it happen. Hopefully it does.
We'll make it happen. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried
JJ,
about.
you're supposed to be blindly in my corner through the
We have
trenches.
a much
we've
better
been
chance of
JJ
beating
has
him.
his own problems. JJ has his own problems, right? Is there a worse combination of things than the Yankees, Dolphins, and Knicks? I mean,
That's I mean, listen, the Dolphins are on the up and up. The Knicks.
got the Yankees.
No, I don't mean like skill wise. I mean like just like I want to punch you in the face wise. Like,
Oh, okay. Well, what teams do you root for out of curiosity?
I mean, I grew up a Jets fan, so that's obviously why I hate the Dolphins.
And you got to be either a Met fan or a Red Sox fan.
No, I just hate the Yankees with the burning passion. I'm an Oakland A's fan, but I just hate the Yankees.
I would hate the
And
Yankees
then the Knicks,
too.
the Knicks, I feel sorry for you. So that.
Do you still curse Jeremy Giambi for not sliding on the flip play?
He was still safe, but yes,
Nah,
obviously.
he was out, but he should have slid. He would have been safe if he
He should
slid.
have slid. Obviously, he should have slid. Yeah. I mean, I was like 8.
Dude, I was talking about those teams the other day. Those A's teams were fucking good, man. Mulder, Hudson, Zito.
Oh yeah. They've been good.
Giambi, but I love Giambi, man. He sold his soul to the devil coming to Yankees, man.
Oh, of course.
Shaving, he needed to be hair, beard.
Why do you think I hate you? Nick Swisher, Eric Chavez.
Dude, everybody hates Nick Swisher, man. Come on.
I love Nick Swisher.
He's like the nicest guy on TV.
Yeah, but dude, he is the worst hitter against quality pitching that you will ever see. Like, dude,
his OBP is like 400 every year, though. His OBP is like really high.
Bro, he pads his stats against 4th and 5th starters. He, over like 150 playoff at bats, hit like 180, maybe 150.
He is so in Billy Bean's wheelhouse with his OBP. Like, Swisher's OBP was over 380 like every year.
That's who drafted him.
Oh, yeah.
He was in Moneyball. He was in the book Moneyball.
Yeah.
Scott Hatterberg, the star of Moneyball, though. Don't forget it.
Oh, yeah.
I said Scott Hatterberg, and we have this Moneyball conversation all the time. If they have a 50-game season, the A's are going to have a first-round bye. I mean,
Yeah.
People forget that they won 97 games last year and the year before. Like, they're really good at baseball. They just can't.
Hey,
They never went into playoffs.
They just can't sign Garrett Cole.
They're waiting on AJ Puck to not break his fucking arm.
Time out. There's a special guest about to join here in a second to assist us with.
Is his name Jared Jeffries?
It's Daryl Boyer, Jared Jeffries.
Possibly.
Yeah. Thank God Jared's retired so we can hear it, so we can get someone's opinion on this.
It's true.
Oh my God, this will make my week if we get.
I can't wait.
Right here. He's gonna laugh you off the Zoom call.
It hangs up after he
It just comes in and
This might actually kill our action, though. That's the only problem.
No, it won't, because I'm not coming off of it.
Rob believes in himself.
You have tunnel vision. You can't play a
respect
game
that,
and
yeah.
talk trash at the same time. You have tunnel vision.
I know. That's why I just took a 180-second time bank, because I was in the middle of talking trash.
Bob got legitimately so mad when
Just the fold. I got mad when?
the first time we had the discussion, he got so personally offended that we didn't think he would score 5 points. He
still.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not that ridiculous. I mean, the guy's an NBA player, right? I mean, like.
Yeah, it's not that ridiculous from my side, not from
Right, fair, but it's not that insulting, I guess, is what I'm saying.
It's not insulting to either of us. He doesn't know who I am. Neither do any of you.
My new
Except for
house.
Jason.
He might know who
points
you
would
are.
be- 5 points would be a little shaky on his part.
You're the president of NBA Twitter. He probably knows who you are.
It's true.
Doubtful.
I mean, hey, it works in the league.
How is he going to score?
Yeah, I mean, that's the line of the night, right? How's he going to score? How's he going to score?
It's a problem for the issue.
So how was everyone else's day today?
I
What'd
was
you
on
guys
the.
do?
I'm literally on my boat dock. So
Nice.
I fell down a mountain last night and almost died. I'm just happy to be alive, to be honest. So.
Matt, I'm on Beaver Lake in Northwest Arkansas. If you want to, you might know where it's at if you've been through Arkansas. So
close.
Does anyone want to give me odds on Scott winning this?
Yeah, 5.
5 to 1.
5.
Kids can't tell if he wasted his run good on the mountain death.
Yeah, I literally, I know, I just run so good.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Daryl's here. Let's settle this debate.
All right, yeah.
All right.
Ask him how many points. Just say how many.
All right. We're not going to waste his time. All right.
Daryl, I'm so sorry for.
So I hate that I'm going to save so much money by being late.
That was very analytical of you.
Scott, man, you're not half the man you used to be, man.
Daryl, you look like you're on the set of
workout
Interstellar. You look like you're on the set of Interstellar, like a Christopher Nolan
Oh,
movie.
sorry, yeah. I find backlighting helps my hair.
All right, I'm gonna say it unless someone else wants to, and I'll just fill in. Do you want me to embarrass
You're good.
myself?
Take it away.
Yeah.
Say how many
All right.
points. Don't tell him ahead of time.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those of you watching, joining the chat right now is Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey. Daryl, we had a conversation here the other night, which I adamantly believe in. You don't know anything about me, right? For the audience here, you've never seen me in person. You never seen me play basketball before, right? Those are facts.
No, that is correct. Yes.
Okay.
It feels like a setup, but go ahead.
It's not.
So I have said in a game of one-on-one against Jared Jeffries, current day Jared Jeffries.
Yeah, he was on the Rockets. So
Yeah, I forgot for a second he was on the Rockets. My point was we played a game of one-on-one in which losers take. It's not make it, take it. Losers take. So if
Right.
someone
You mean
scores,
normal basketball? Yeah.
correct. Losers take. In a game to 11, I can get 5 points off of Jared Jeffries.
What? No.
What?
Not even close.
It's not even funny.
You clear. Have you ever played against an NBA player or even
Yes.
a former recent one? You have? Who?
Yes. When I worked for the Hornets, we used to run with some of the guys, and I
Okay.
played in the summer league down at the Cage. And
I mean, I guess I have to ask a few questions. Is Jared trying?
Yes.
let's say 85 to 90%. Yes.
What? No.
Oh. I mean, that at least opens up.
No, I'm
I don't
If
know.
it was publicly streamed or on TV, he would
And
probably
he had
be
incentive to
trying.
stop you.
I should
Yeah,
probably, to be
wanna
fair, I
get
should have
there.
asked you questions. Did you play Division I college basketball?
No.
Okay.
No.
Did you play high school basketball? At
Yes, I'm a
varsity
good
level?
rec player. I'm a decent rec player at my.
He averaged 4 points a game in high school.
So one piece
Stop
of info I
mentioning
know,
my high school
Jared,
averages, Charter, like it means anything.
4 points, 20 assists or something.
I was on a good team. I didn't score that. It doesn't matter. Scoring doesn't matter.
He was a glue guy. in high school.
Jared keeps himself in shape. I know
glue
that.
guy.
So that's
He was in Jared Jeffries of his high school team.
Jared Jeffries
That's
was Big Ten
probably-
Player of the Year. He was an offensive monster in college.
So David knows Jared. Has potential to actually happen. Now that they're setting a line in the chat and they're saying it's 0.5. Is that accurate?
You mean like 50-50 that you might do this?
Like no 0.5. If we play, that means
The
I'll
over-under.
score over under
One in
1 point.
200?
Will he
No,
score?
it's
No,
closer for
score.
him to score over under half a point than it is that he scores 5.
Oh, 0.5
That's
is
more of a
over.
fair
So
line.
if you can either get 0 or more than 0.
So will I score pretty much?
Will you score is even odds? Is that basically it?
That's what you would make it?
I would think you would score. I mean, yeah. I mean,
He
just-
gives you a
just-
courtesy one.
I mean, we're talking about a game by 1, right? It's like
Yeah,
there's no
twos,
okay.
ones and twos.
Yeah. You'll get 1 shot in. Yeah.
No, he thinks he'll get 5 though.
Yeah, I think I could get to 5.
No, I know, but you asked me the over under at a half. I was saying I
Yeah,
would
okay.
take the over.
So
of
there
a
we
half.
go. All right.
Where do you put the line, Daryl? What do you set the line at?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay. Well, I'm at such a disadvantage. I've never seen you play. So
That's
were
one
you
of
a
those-
starter? Were you a starter on a varsity team?
No.
Okay. Were you like on one of those BS private school leagues or actual public school league?
I was a public school league.
Okay, all right, that's good.
He was a glue guy in high
You were
school.
a rotation player, like where you were like 10.
Hey, we played against New Rochelle with Ray Rice and Jeff McDermott.
New Rochelle. They were big in 1915. New
Correct.
Rochelle had its heyday in the U.S. back then.
Remember, he once had a tweet get 50,000 retweets, so that counts.
I have that beat, sadly. So,
Wait, that's a rewind. Oh, now we have a nice side bet.
not for a good
You
reason.
can get the most retweets by the end of the day.
I have a question. So you were a rotation player, or you didn't play on this team? It sounds like you didn't play. It's based on
Eighth
your
man.
rotation.
Are you talking about varsity high school? Like
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a sense of how good you are.
I just told you I'm a good rec player, Daryl.
That doesn't tell me enough. I don't know what rec leagues you're playing in. That
I would
doesn't
how good I would start on any varsity team today.
So you became you're
so.
claiming you became better later.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I was a late bloomer.
Where'd you go to college?
North Carolina. That's why I didn't play at school, okay?
You were
He
really
was one of
close
those
though.
guys at the end of the
You weren't
bench.
even one of those BS
No.
graduate assistants?
No.
Okay.
I was
all
too busy drinking Busch Lights.
right. Okay. All right. Did you play in any of like the intramurals at North Carolina?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, the slow roll.
And you did well or not well, or what are we talking? Okay. If you're shooting, let's say at least college line 3-pointers with no one on you, what percentage do you make out of 100?
30.
I'll bet over that.
No. No one guarding you. If it's 30, that's.
I'd say I'm
Yeah,
a 30.
there's no way you're scoring 5.
Well, no, you just said you're horrible. That's what, I'm not kidding.
You can make more than 30, I
I would
think.
bet you make. If you're good, you would make more than 30 just being.
I'm not an NBA player. I'm not going to be playing shooting guard for your team shooting 30% from threes.
Rob, I can make 64% infinitely from the college 3-point line.
Well, I can't.
And I didn't even play high school. So you can make at least 30, I bet.
Wait, do you actually think 30 is right? That can't be right.
No, it's got to be low for a standstill.
I mean, you're not a good rec player then. I'm not being honest. I'm just being.
Wow.
You can't
unless you're like a driver slasher, like
he's a glue guy. You can't look like you and make 30 out of 100 and be good at rec passing. I mean, I'm just
You're just crushing Rob's spirit. This is.
Oh my god! I agree with Preston.
I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to do this.
Slash.
I'm coming for each. I'm gonna put all of your names down on a piece of paper, like Arya Stark from Game of Thrones.
I need a
Game of Thrones. When there are no free throws in one-on-one. I'm trying
to understand how much
he's trying to figure out how good you can shoot.
Yes.
I'd say I'm a 72% free throw shooter.
Then it's impossible you only make 30 out of 100.
Scott, it's just you and me, right? I'm supposed to call you, right? Should I tell you? Should I tell you? I mean, you and I are always heads up.
I'm setting.
And you always knock me out.
And you're saying Jared Jeffries.
Charter, do you want to tell me what I should do?
I'll show you. Just
no. I have pocket nines. I'm trying to make. I think I should call you. I think I should call you with nines. I think I should.
Look, you got to meet your idol tonight. Just let it go.
No, hold on. I'm trying to think. Listen, guys. I'm trying to get better at this. This heads up shit.
I'll tell you what to do after you fold.
You're at 10 big blinds. I'm at pocket nines. It's not that great. I mean, my nines are not that great.
I have 13 big blinds.
So if you add in the pot, right? Right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
You have them covered.
My bad. I have to cover the 13 big blinds.
You can ask Maria, but only if we can see. Only if she gets a video.
No, I'm trying to get better in these heads up situations because I feel like I'm doing great, and then I get these heads up with you and Charter, and I'm getting nailed. So
look, I got 20%, but I'm Scott Blumstein, so
all right, I'm gonna fold it. I got nines, but I'll fold it.
No.
No. What?
No.
God, I gotta take. Oh my
God, dude.
We should call.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I set the over under at 2.
Okay, 2. So, but my question.
My pot investment was like 0.
What does?
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What does me shooting standstill jump shots have anything to do with an actual game?
Because he might get tired and not guard you like a few times. He might just get lazy.
Like he might just let you shoot a 30.
He might just give you an open shot, and you need to make that. But if you shoot 30% with no one on you, you'll shoot like 8% with him guarding. If you
even get it off.
You'll be nervous. You'll be everything.
I'm not the one that needs to be nervous.
It's on you. You'll be nervous.
Daryl, the quote of the night was Wob saying, "How is Jeffries going to score on him?" That's what he said.
How is he even going to score?
Whenever he wants to score, he'll score.
What? Daryl, you speak as if Jared Jeffries is 93 Michael Jordan.
No, he could just dribble down.
I'm going to foul him. I'm going to not let him get any layups against me.
He would just lay it in or dunk it. What are you talking about?
I'm going to foul him until I force him to shoot a mid-range jump shot.
Well, see, you should play with real rules then, where 2 fouls in a row is a point, for example. Like you can't just have it where someone can just hack him. Like you can just tackle him.
He'll still score half the time Rob's hacking. I mean, 6'11".
Yeah. I mean, he's 6'7.5" with a shoe.
I feel like Wob thinks that because Jeffries wasn't a good offensive NBA player that doesn't mean he's not. But that's my point.
He doesn't have to be. He will be like a foot from the hoop.
Do you know
over top of you?
If he's playing someone who's not in the NBA, he's going to be an amazing offensive player. That's my whole point. He was Big Ten Player of the Year. He led his team to the national championship game, playing against college kids.
I'm not saying he wasn't a good player. I'm speaking in the year 2020 and knowing what he was.
He does keep himself in good shape unless something's happened. Unless like 2 years.
He's 38. Matt,
only 38. I didn't know that. No, he's got to be older than 38.
No, he's 38. He last year he played from the ages of 21 to 31 in the NBA.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. He's an amazing fisherman. I take him in that too over you in any fishing contest. He just fishes all year. So
I saw he's in esports too, Daryl.
yeah. He runs the esports for the Denver group, the group that owns the Rams.
He dances like no other.
Yeah, I think he actually just left their esports practice though.
The Twitch chat is with me, for the record. Just want to throw that out there.
Just remember, the first word that came out of Daryl's mouth was what? The first word after you said it, he what? He like thought you misspoke.
He's sucked into the 2020 social media echo chambers.
I
Instant
just
reaction
want to know
without any
what
context.
NBA player have you actually played in a one-on-one game?
Nothing like this.
You said you did though.
No, I played in like a game, like a pickup scrimmage.
Like he ran.
But in the pickup, well, who was in the game in the pickup scrimmage?
Chris Paul.
Daryl with the
2011.
Love it.
He guarded Chris Paul.
No, it was in the game with Mo Pete.
Okay.
Did you foul the shit out of Chris Paul?
You
a couple
I'm not
times.
guarding Chris Paul. You nuts?
You feel like you wait,
Yeah.
yeah. You feel like you hung with these players in this pickup game?
Daryl, basically what we're trying to get at is if you're looking for a backup shooting guard, shoot threes.
He's basically, yeah. Bob basically said he could do what Austin Rivers could do.
Okay, whatever.
Well, welcome
Right.
to the
And like, I mean, we have pro poker players on here. There's obviously a little more luck game to game in poker. Like none of us have any chance against these people.
I know that's the problem. He thinks because he could beat me in charter that he can.
Yeah, it's not even
like
remotely close. Yeah, like
David. I don't know. That's the thing. David's been letting him win for a decade now. He's just dumping games to him and getting his confidence.
Well, plus I think the thing people don't realize is the leap from leaving Division I college to the pros. It's so enormous. It's unreal. Like you have like players who are the top 5 in the entire country in college who won't even like make the NBA a year and a half later. So I mean, it's not to mention the physical difference. Yeah, he would just be laying the ball in.
That's what we're trying to tell Wob. We're all with you. Except
Sure. Then let's.
Wob
You know what? Let's do it then. If he could just lay the ball in, and he wants to see if he can just lay the ball in, he's gonna be bleeding from the ears like he's
Okay, I can't really tell how tall you are. How tall are you?
He's gonna be out there dancing around like Apollo Creed and Rocky
He said
IV.
6'2",
He's gonna end up face down in the mat. This was
6'2".
supposed to be an exhibition.
You're
Exhibition.
6'2",
Exhibition.
180? I can't tell how heavy you are. 180?
He's skinny.
200 pounds. Thanks for asking.
Okay.
Soaking wet.
All right, if you're 200 pounds of muscle and he's 6'7",
Thank you for
Muscle.
Can you guys stop distracting him for 1 second? We're in a big hand.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Old.
I'm just gonna double up through him and then you can
I
continue.
can't even see the hands, so I have no idea.
It's over now. He's just joking.
It's over.
Okay.
I
Who won?
touched that.
Of course you won. Yeah.
This is supposed to be an exhibition.
What about if we turn the conversation to noted Nick great Ron Baker? I think you have a chance there to get to like 3 maybe.
I don't think so.
We're just naming NBA players.
Ron
now?
Baker's in shape and like.
I'm trying to think of someone like around your size.
No, I think I would get less points off of Ron Baker than I would Jared Jeffries.
Hey, what do you have against the Jeffries family?
It's because the person who was, or my friend Jake was on last time and brought up his name.
He brought it up. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single NBA player you'd get past.
If they were trying, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone on Twitter suggested Sean May.
Sean May, like in his prime? No,
Like right
Sean
now?
May would. Yeah, Sean
Like,
May
he
would
would back
absolutely
you
try
down.
him. Yeah, he would. Yeah. Now maybe if you could shoot, then he could chase you.
No, Sean May has some offensive skill, despite what he looks like today.
Yeah, you're focusing on the wrong end though. Like you should find someone who can't, like who could never.
We just
guard
have to
you.
make this happen. We just have to make it happen.
I'm here. I'm more than happy to.
Jared would do it for a large wager for sure.
I was going to say, what former NBA guy would on a risk that it'd have to be compensated?
Yeah, he not be compensated. Oh.
No, they would have to, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But he's a really good guy. He would. If it was enough money, he would.
Guy
do
for
it.
calling him
Money,
out.
right, because otherwise it's lose-lose.
Bottles.
Okay.
Bottles.
He would definitely want to put the president of NBA Twitter in his place after he says he could drop 5 of them, and he would try his hardest. I have a feeling, even if it wasn't for them.
I didn't say beat him. I didn't say I could beat him.
Drop 5.
Drop
I said
5.
drop.
Drop 5.
Okay, but you're making it sound like I said I could beat him.
Ask him how
I'm
he
putting
would
respect
score.
on his name.
It's offensive that you think you could score 5 though, from his perspective.
No, it's not. That is not
I think it
offensive
is.
at all.
I think it is.
I'm not even saying I could beat him.
No, 5 is way too high. If he's trying, I mean, yeah. So. Anyway, sorry.
We've been on this for like 3 streams straight.
Oh, really? What happened? What happened to dude trying to make 100 free throws in a row? Did that happen yet, or what?
You know
whatever
what?
He's trying to get 90 out of 100 or better at some point before the end of the year. He hasn't done it yet officially.
Oh, okay.
He sent me a video recently, but it was
to show you that you can buy out now or something.
No, he wasn't. He's not trying to hustle me. I asked for it. Let's see.
Does he still shoot similarly as far as his form?
He's in trouble, probably.
The video's like warped up. Well, see, he's offering better odds on online, so he thinks he's more of a favorite than he was before.
I think I can actually bet on the Jared Jeffries match. So I would like
Excellent.
to bet on that. I can't bet on NBA or G League or WNBA, but everything else. So. Can I take are you giving even odds at 5? Can I put a lot of money down on that?
Get in line, Daryl.
Get in line, yeah.
All right.
Rob's talking to his backers right now. But there's one. His name's Tyson. He already signed off. He was.
He's like, all right, wait, how much did you win? $1 million? All right, so.
Who's winning right now?
Well,
I can't see what's happening.
Justin Fan, the quiet killer.
I think he knocked
You won the
me
last
out.
time I was here.
Yeah, I think he knocked me out last time.
I've got a lot of chips, Daryl.
Man,
All right. I definitely am with you on poker.
Thanks. There's nothing else to be said at this point other than playing the game. I'm standing my ground. Everyone else is standing
Rob, are you
Always
coming? Are
against the
you
grain.
going to Vegas or Jersey for the World Series? They're doing a bracelet series online.
He should come down to New Jersey.
Yeah. You called your shot. You said you're winning a bracelet this year.
They're having, what Scott's saying is they're having World Series bracelet events online, but you have to be in Nevada and New Jersey.
Hug and I aren't even allowed to play in those. I found that out last year.
We're not?
Yeah, my first year with ESPN, there's a connection
It's on our air?
with Caesars. We're not allowed to play. So that was my first summer. I hadn't played any events in a while.
How are the
Well, our
Rockets
company
title odds
manual,
looking?
It says you're not allowed to bet on any NBA or any sports game that airs on an ESPN channel, like ABC, anything. Now that was 8 years ago when I joined. I read the manual, the company brochure or whatever.
What about if you,
I asked someone, and they're like, nah, don't. Like, even if you were in Nevada, the sports book, like the Friday night ESPN game, like we type of thing.
Not supposed to, yeah. Did you ask about Rockets
even if you're
futures?
on only for sports?
Yeah,
bets.
how are Rockets futures looking? I haven't
They're the fourth lowest at plus 1,200.
12-ish, yeah.
Yeah, 12 to 1.
Bucks plus 240, Lakers plus 270, Clippers plus 340, and then the Rockets plus 1,200.
Ooh. The fourth isn't horrible. That's for have they been bet
Daryl,
yet? Are those
Daryl,
lines
we are
up?
on stream, just so you are aware.
All
We
right.
are streaming, so you don't get in any trouble here.
Oh yeah, I could ask the odds. I should probably stop there. Thank you. Yeah. I think I'm allowed to ask what they are. That's
So we should talk amongst ourselves and Dale can
Yeah, you got a gift coming your way if you guys ship it this summer. That's all I'm Good luck.
I'll do it in the Houston arena if he wants to go play it.
Set
there.
it up.
There we go. Jared Jeffries in Houston.
Was it
Find
Rumble in the
out.
Jungle in like Thailand or the Philippines or so? Oh, that was Thrill in Manila.
Rob might be the difference maker if you sign him.
Jared was mad at us at the end. He thought we were gonna sign him for another year or so. I don't know if he'll.
If I get the 5 points against Jared Jeffries, would you hire me as an assistant to the general manager? Not assistant general manager, but assistant to the general manager?
Yes, I'll pay your salary.
What do I get? What do I get if you lose?
Whatever you make off of it.
What do you mean? What if? Oh, you mean like if we set?
Yeah, you're going to bet against me.
I got you. Okay. So your side is.
I want official title as assistant to the general manager, reporting directly to
Dwight
Daryl
Schrute.
Morey.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be your Dwight Schrute.
That seems like a pretty good thing.
Oh, just wait until I'm your Dwight Schrute. You think this is bad?
I'm trying to actually, what I want to think is there a possible NBA player we could think of that you might get to 5 on?
Current? I don't see how. Maybe
in
Jimmer
history.
Fredette doesn't count. He's not an NBA player, but that's the closest in my mind. I did this.
I think it
press as well.
Isaiah
feel like it would
Thomas
have
was
to be like a-
proposed. Isaiah Thomas was proposed because of his height, but I said no.
he would steal the ball. I think it'd have to be a slow big man that you could score off.
I agree.
But you're on the right track. You want a bad defender more than you want a good worry about their offense. 'Cause
Isaiah would give me a bucket every time, pretty much.
Yeah, but you did a loser's take, so that gives you a shot.
Anyway, the points don't matter.
What do you mean?
Well, they do because he's only going to get that minimizes his possessions, right?
Yeah, because Isaiah's going to score every possession. So, he only
Right.
has
So that
11
means Rob would
possessions.
only get 6 possessions or whatever.
But
And
my word,
Isaiah's getting
Jared's
3.
going to score every time too, because it's just
The foul thing is a weird component to this.
Yeah, Wild claims he can just tackle them and then they don't have to shoot free throws.
I'm assuming we'll have a ref.
It'll be a
we
game of
will.
mercy, and he'll just have to shoot jump.
I'm even willing to put a cap on fouls, so it's not just me hugging him the whole time.
What's the cap on fouls going to be? What are we putting at? 6, 10?
No, at least 10.
One per point's fair. You can do 11. I think
I'm
that's
fine with 11.
Generally, what's done is just 2 fouls in a row as a point.
I actually hadn't heard that before. That's just how the guys run it when they do.
Yeah, it's like if we're doing pickup and we don't have refs, and it's just an easy way to keep it from turning into a because if you just didn't have refs in the NBA, it would become MMA pretty much immediately.
When they run pickup, do they also put a cap on the number of dribbles they can take per possession? Because I heard
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you do the shot clock slow, like less time, like 18 or 14 to speed the game up. Only 1 dribble, 0 dribbles, all passes, stuff like that, depending on what the coaches want to work on.
GG.
Was that someone getting?
I just lost.
Yeah, good game.
See ya.
All right, Daryl, how many points could he score on? I don't know. I'm trying to think of a current. Like, who would be the best? Like Isaiah Hartenstein. Fine.
I mean, a half. Whether a half. He might throw it in by accident, but. Isaiah Hartenstein.
I agree.
Really, really good. Yeah. You have to realize, so the G League players are unbelievable. Like the worst G League team would be what's the best college team? Kentucky. I don't even know.
I have never once said I could get 5
Would
points
win
off
by
a
like
current
30.
NBA player.
I know, but like Jared Jeffrey's 38. I forgot I thought it was like 42. Like he's 38 and in good shape.
A good comparison for context with this last summer league, where the spreads in those national games against China ballooned from like 12, 13 to be like 40. During
I remember
summer
that.
Because everyone thought, oh, well, China's pretty good. It's a national team. And the G League teams are still just so strong. Now, they're summer league teams, but
And then China won.
China won, did they?
China won 1 game, yeah, as a big dog.
Charlotte, they beat Charlotte, I think.
But
Yeah, they beat
the
the
Heat also beat them by like 80 once.
They
So.
lost the first
China
game by
won
50 or 60.
I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
Could he
There's
get
no
a
way China should win a game.
Could he get a point off Chris Clemens?
You could steal the ball from him. That's what I think. Like,
Chris Clemens is super strong, so he couldn't. I'd say no.
I don't
mean,
think
he's
so.
he's like an athletic freak, can shoot. I mean,
What about like a Quinn Cook type?
Quinn Cook's is same height as him.
Shoot, obviously.
Can shoot. I mean, more chance against Quinn Cook. I would say. But,
Yeah, a couple dribbles, free throw line jumper, Rob. That's your fate.
Chuck Hayes, you wouldn't score, but neither would he. So that's where you're going with Jared Jeffries, I think.
No, I wouldn't play.
Chuck's
I'm
not
cool with
tall
Chuck
enough to
on Twitter.
dunk it.
I'm cool with Chuck Hayes on Twitter. I can't play him.
Yeah, Chuck is great. I mean,
Chuck's
I
cool.
still don't think you get to 5 though. Chuck was like an amazing athlete, even though he couldn't score.
Chuck, you know what? I would probably hire Chuck to train me for this.
He works for us, so yeah, that'd be fine.
Well, he's got more important things to do than playoffs. He's got to get ready for the Jared Jeffries one-on-one, the bowl game.
Can this happen in Orlando in the gym?
The halftime entertainment.
You guys know who ranked dead last in the league in defensive pippum?
You mean in the NBA right now?
Yeah, in the league this year.
defensive. I don't like much of the defensive measures, but let me think.
Pippen's kind of closer to.
It's not horrible. It's probably one of the best. Yeah, I know.
It's Trae Young, so I guess if you wanted to go scoring on Trae Young would be.
He would just steal the ball from Wop, though. And I think you would think. I think you need a big man.
And he scored every time, so you'd only get 6 possessions.
You know who's third worst in defensive Pippen is Bradley Beal.
Yeah, well, it's partly correlated to just the Wizards giving up 140 every game.
You're also not.
163 on the Wizards this year, I think.
I had the over in that game. Thank you, Daryl.
Did we hit the over just on our scoring?
You may have, yeah. It went way over before overtime. I think it went overtime, right?
It did.
It did go overtime?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did, but we were up 5 and it's with like seconds left to win overtime.
Something wild happened.
Won it. Yeah. I remember that one. That was like game 3. Something like that.
My Wizards are going to win the championship this year, guys. They're going to take it down in Orlando.
They have a better chance than Rob does of scoring 5 on Jared Jeffries. Are they even invited to the 22 team?
Yeah, they are.
They're 2,001. They're the biggest long shot. Or no, the Kings are.
He's already said he's
The
not
Kings
going to
are.
And then they'd still be 1,500 to 1.
Where did Matt go? Matt was tweeting out like this: the Grizz are 4-9 against remaining teams. This team is 4-9 against remaining teams. Like I need. Yeah, there you are. The tweets. I was actually on the boat today, but the tweets just stopped. Who's the team that has the best record against their remaining 8 seeds?
The San Antonio Spurs went 5-4 versus their remaining. They have 2 games versus they only have 2 games versus teams outside of like the bottom tiers, and it's all pretty soft, and they don't face any of the top ones. They face Denver twice, Memphis, New Orleans, I think twice, Utah, and Sacramento. 2-0 versus Utah. They beat New Orleans heads up the first time. I think they played New Orleans twice in this. They went 1-1 versus Sacramento. Like they are a long shot to get the 8 seed, and they're one of the better values, I think, because of that. Just because,
right?
8 games, even with this roster that I hate, like I just feel like they're gonna want, like, everyone's looking at Zion or Dame or the Grizzlies, and all of a sudden the Spurs are just gonna be like, oh hey, what do you know?
I think the Spurs have made the playoffs the last 200 straight years. That's about right.
Yep.
Decades. Yeah.
Matt, I didn't see you there. I see your Jared Jeffries background. That's good. Where are you? What's your take on the bet?
On him? Oh no, he's not getting. Maybe
you just don't like me.
Maybe, like if you took Sean May and you attached like a concrete block to it.
That's basically what happened, though.
Like if he can't raise his arm, if Sean May can't raise his arms,
like John McCain or something, like he can't get his arm above his shoulders or something.
I'm trying to think.
Rob, you did this to yourself. You have no one else.
I'm not complaining.
I need to mute myself.
I just know who I'm not rooting for during these playoffs coming.
Denver, because of Matt?
Them too. I will remember this.
Welcome to the Comedy Central roast of Rob Perez, hosted by Daryl Morey.
I made this happen. I invited him.
I have a guy that played in the league that he could absolutely get 5 points on. He could get 5 points on Blake Ahern.
I'm bringing in some help into the chat.
He's like a poor man's Timur Fredette, sort of. He's a coach now.
Yeah, I know. He's also.
I don't know. I'd still take the.
You don't actually think he could get 5 points on Blake Ahern, do you?
Yeah, I think I'd take the under. Yeah.
Oh, with Blake having been out for a while.
He's the coach, though. I'm sure he's in shape. I mean, maybe I'm not.
Yeah, he's in shape because he has to get on the floor.
Just tiny. Like I've interviewed him, like because he was in the.
He's only thin. He's not tiny. He's thin. He's not super tiny.
Who's that like G League All Star? He's been on the Warriors a lot. He's like a 6-footer. He never plays in the NBA. Man, I'll find who the name is.
Yeah, if he's not in the NBA, I can talk about Matt, is there any fan base that doesn't think you hate them?
No.
Okay, so all 30 think you hate them.
Single one.
No, I didn't.
It's to the
Where
point
do the
that
Rockets rank in most annoying fan base?
It depends. If we're talking generally speaking, you got probably third.
Third behind who, if you don't mind? Okay.
Lakers and the Warriors. If we're talking specifically about the MVP, you are the greatest of all time, and no one will ever touch you. It is an unbelievable performance in being obnoxious. No one will ever talk about.
We're straight to the top Hall of Fame level of Bill Simmons on that.
Like first ballot, no question. It's unbelievable.
And you actually, I think, defend Harden more than anybody.
Which so mad. That's why I get so pissed off about it. It's like
you've written like entire novels on how James is really good, and still
mad about it.
The Rockets fans are very. They don't ask much of you. They just want you to do one thing. There was one thing for a long time that was all they wanted you to do.
Sign Hakeem Olajuwon?
Close.
Oh, Josh, is it Maggette? Josh Maggette? He was who I was thinking of.
You mean?
Wait for the Hawks.
Yeah, he might have got some run on the Hawks actually in the NBA. But that's like
G League
bottom end potentially he could
that
score.
Dude, he's the opposite of Rob.
That's just unsolicited. Just asking.
Said 30% standstill threes college line.
30% unguarded.
I'm trying to be honest.
2, 3, 4. I bet like 7 of the people on this actual Zoom could make more than
Okay, so hold on. Entering the chat, for those of you that don't know who KK was here at 3000 is, it's my guy Kevin Kusatsu, who is the one. What's up, Kev? So you just walked into a war right now, as you continue to take everybody's chips here. But I'm having an argument with Daryl that I can get 5.
Just me? I thought that
Yeah,
was
well, now it's personal. So it's a game of one-on-one against Jared Jeffries, okay? Not NBA Jared Jeffries, but just current day Jared Jeffries.
38.
Okay, current day Jared Jeffries. I could score 5 points against him in a game to 11. Now, we've played together. Do you believe in me?
Oh, is this question for me?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. See? That's why you're my guy.
Have you taken steroids since college?
Don't worry, there's no drug testing.
Okay, so the full Lance Armstrong is legal.
Kevin, question for you. Would you take 5 figures on that?
Are you trying to back him out and then drive around?
Oh, that look.
Did you pay him to
You're
come
trying to
out?
get me to lay. You're trying to get me to lay 5-figure actions against Bob, so he can make 5 points on a basketball court. I mean, if that's the bet, absolutely, he can make 5 points on a basketball court.
Against Jared Jeffries, one-on-one. And the game's to 11, and it's losers. So I get it's like if Jared Jeffries scores, I get the ball back.
Input to the
You got to get like 40%, right?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about percentages right now. And Daryl's asking me what I shoot from the foul line and the three-point line. And I was being honest. I said I'm probably a 30% three-point shooter, standstill, 70, a little over 70% from the foul line. But this isn't like standing around and shooting in a gym. I'm not playing him in horse, Kevin. I'm playing him at Pan Pacific.
In Pan Pacific, you got double win. You got double win.
I know that court. That's where we're playing it. So I'm gonna bring it to Pan Pacific.
I thought you moved out of LA.
I'm coming back just to play this game. Then.
I thought it was in Houston.
No, now it's at Pan Pacific. Now that Kev's here.
Hey.
We need video of Law playing for the full.
No, we don't. No, we don't, because that affects the line.
Let's use this.
I don't want to be hanging 7 points all of a sudden.
You'll never hang 7. The market will never let you get to
My
7.
word. Unless you're dunking or like hitting like 80% from 3, the line's not moving at all.
You have to do one or the other. I agree with Justin. You have to be shooting 80% from 3 or dunking.
Or you blow up to like 225 muscle from your steroid regimen between now and the next time we see you.
We're pretty deep.
Yeah.
I mean, our kids are watching stuff together right now.
Who Doug?
They are.
I am. Hi, Doug. Doug. Do you really make a flush, Doug?
Doug going big man.
Okay. I'm folding a straight, Doug.
Wow.
Doug.
I might give you 4 against Dexter Pittman.
So we got
You
the
must
count away
have
from
you must
Rob.
have more confidence in.
I haven't seen Dexter in a while, but he was really good when he was healthy and not inflated.
Well, that was it, Kev. That was it. That was, no, I said that was it. That's why I needed you in here, just to back
Did
me
you
up.
just say, "Hey, come on stream and say something ridiculous"?
Yeah, I texted him and I said, get in here and back me up because I got 12 people in here, including a general manager, shitting on me.
I had to take up a piece of tape from I had to de-Assange my computer to get on the Zoom.
So Anonymous doesn't hack in.
You guys are anonymous, right?
Matt, what is that hat you have?
Just Colorado.
Oh,
It looks like a Cubs hat, but it's not.
Kev, you see this bullshit with the dude that just was talking when he made his background on Zoom?
Wait, I can't. No, I'm like paying attention to the table.
You're like me. You got tunnel vision. You can only pay attention. That's why you and me fuck with each other, okay? I can't pay attention to the Zoom either. But if you load the Zoom, you can see in the top right corner who's that player. I'm getting taunted.
Well, he's a Nugget legend, Jared Jeffries. Yeah.
It has to be Jared Jeffries stuff. I mean, it just has to be for you, Wob. Oh, of course.
We need it. We need it.
Jared Jeffries is like a very good NBA player. That's the thing.
Not with the Knicks, though, Daryl. Be fair. He was a disaster with the Knicks.
He wasn't a good offensive player.
Daryl, there's YouTube. You go to youtube.com, you type in Jared Jeffries. The first things that come up are Jared Jeffries sucks, Jared Jeffries bloopers, Jared Jeffries worst NBA. The 3 worst first things that come up in YouTube.
Baby, this is
like buy the Google
we need.
AdWords or something, or what is?
Well, he was Big Ten Player of the Year. He single-handedly led his team to the national championship game. They were like a double-digit dog versus Duke in the Elite Eight. I remember this fondly or closely because I'm a Maryland fan. Maryland beat him in the national championship game. But I mean, his team was terrible. Like literally, look at the roster when they went to the national championship game. It was Jared Jeffries 4 scrubs on Indiana.
The
Yeah, John, I don't
first
think
YouTube
he was bad
population
on the
is
Knicks.
missed layup.
He wasn't bad on the Knicks, John. It was just they paid a lot, so the fan perception is like you've got to be this good when you're paid that much.
That's fair. That second stint, Daryl, when they brought him back, that was when the Knicks were starting to get good again. I remember that. Wob will back me up on this. What was that?
Yeah, we traded him there. I'm pretty sure it was right after Rockets when he
Call him, please call.
Yeah, Houston came
Yeah,
out.
but I lost. I lost, Justin.
I want to say he came back with
I
Melo.
played it wrong the entire time. I played it wrong the entire time.
Wow.
I knew I played it wrong the entire time.
A decade ago, he averaged 1.1 blocks in an NBA season. Like,
Yeah, and Rob thinks he's gonna get a shot off.
Yeah, like
That's good. I love you, Wob. That's a little delusional.
Jeffries actually averaged more points in his
I
career.
bet he
than
has.
Stockton.
I'm gonna look it up. I bet he has like 7 3 wingspan. Yeah.
So he came back to the Knicks. Yeah, the Amari Carmelo team. That was his second stint.
You just text Jay Billis.
Yeah, it was right after the Rockets.
What were you saying, Kev?
Sorry, wait, what happened?
No, I thought you were about to say something.
No, I'm just getting destroyed by this computer algorithm. That's better starting point.
7'1" wingspan.
Okay.
College.
Here we go. This one's for Jared Jeffries. Let's figure it out.
Jared Jeffries, always.
I'm looking up what we have as wingspan.
Saw you, Kev.
Thank you.
By the way, Wob, thanks for the insight that I was playing with World Series of Poker players. I mean, that made me feel a lot better about my departure early. I'm just throwing that out.
Who knocked you out?
I had ace queen, and I want to say I ended up losing to a straight. I was kind of low stag at that point anyway.
Did you get it in before the flop at least?
Yeah, ace queen. No, after the flop I went on.
Usually there's multiple former winners on, so you're.
Yeah, we had a couple more, but they all have babies now and they're sleeping.
Yeah, those poker players.
Yeah, 7'1" wingspan, 9'1" reach.
Can we move on from this? We have agreed to disagree.
I forgot. He's actually 6'11" with shoes. There's like no way.
Considering the shoe and what should we set this total at? 5 is crazy. What are we thinking, Wob?
I was thinking 2 is a push, but I'm moving down the more I think.
Yeah, give me
That's
2.
like, I'm down to 1.
already moved it.
Down to 1.
If the line was 5, I would bet half of my net worth if I knew he was trying his hardest.
That's a good way to put it.
See, that's the key effort. That is true.
You gotta figure out how much you can pay him.
But now I want to see Charter have his money on the line. So can we go back?
Oh, I do too. I'd love nothing more than to just snap right in your face watching.
I might have to root for the miracle. Just
I offer him Sam Jagger some Wob step back threes. Over the outstretched arms.
Literally just cooks them. Charter will remember a couple of things: the Immaculate Reception, Blake Placid, and the night Wob played Jared Jeffries.
I would.
I want you to Thanos snap half Charter's net worth.
Honestly, half your net worth is low if you know he's trying.
The Kelly criterion.
That's extremely conservative, actually.
I agree.
If I tell him if he wins, he gets 10K. Do we have enough action we could give him 10K for winning?
Yeah, I'm not paying him shit. I'm gonna be busy.
We're not talking about you.
Okay.
We need Wob or his friends to be willing to bet against him.
where do we get the sponsor? We got to get sponsors to pay Jared.
Like, we can easily get together 6 figures of action on Jared Jeffrey's side.
Well, yeah, no shit.
But no,
I have that right here.
But no one's gonna take it. No one's gonna take it.
I'll bet 100 on it right now.
I want the Wob montage scenes too. Training in the park, the running. I want it all. I need
Wow, running kings is sick.
Kevo. That's why you went on mute, Kev.
Wow.
Beautiful.
He was complaining about computer
Yeah,
algorithms.
he was complaining about the algo. He went in there and dropped in a virus.
Y'all, it's been fun. Wob, job well done, guys. Really nice meeting y'all.
Hey, JJ.
Later, JJ.
Stopping
Take it
by.
easy.
Daryl, go Rockets.
Hey, John, I think you and I lasted about the same. Last time I was on, it's like a 40 minutes.
Nice. So listen, the next time we do this, we'll have to have a competition, Daryl, so who gets knocked out first. They'll have to.
Exactly. It is absurd.
And I'm betting on you. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm taking you, not me.
Yeah, I have about the same chance as Rob has of beating Jared.
Take care, guys.
See you, JJ.
Bye.
So for those of you that don't know, JJ puts in the most amount of work of anyone that I've ever met. He covers the graveyard shift on WFAN 660 in New York, and he's up talking about Yankees and Mets and all these terrible ass New York sports from 2 a.m. to 7 a.m. straight by himself, one man show. It's epic. He just screams for hours. He's like mini Mad Dog.
Oh, and check your email, by the way. I replied with it. I filled it out.
I just saw that, and you're the man.
Yeah, that just reminds me I have it. I'm gonna get on that.
I'm eternally grateful, David. Thank you.
No, it was fun. It was fun.
I'm gonna sign off, guys. Scott, are you winning tonight?
So,
or what?
David, I will let you know that the editor.
I'm still here, Daryl. 4 left. I got chips.
The editor
Thanks for
that's
having me on.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks for signing on.
Thanks for stopping by.
How you doing?
the editor that's
Are
doing
you-
the editor that's
last
doing
time-
the piece.
I know. I went out pretty early this time though. So
Oh, you're
Maria
out and
Slayer.
you're still listening to this drivel that we're talking
I was actually really fascinated, and I'm sorry, Rob, I didn't have your back and I didn't speak up. But you know what? I'm rooting for you.
Thank you, Maria. You can join me on the rail when we do this too.
Everyone
You,
loves it.
Kev, and JJ.
Can Hannah come up with
Tyson.
10K to bet the other side?
You got Tyson in your corner.
And Tyson. I got Team Amazing Race Survivor. I don't need any of you.
Let's see, all the guys, the sports guys, or
Maria, can I get some action against you, please?
Yeah, can you put your money where your mouth is, Maria?
Maria, trust me.
Just a little 5K. Nothing serious.
Put your trust in me.
maybe I'll just go hang out by the baccarat table at the Cosmo now since it's open. and I'll just find some whales.
Geez, the Cosmos
Hey,
packed,
I really
man.
don't care about anything right now.
Did you see that video? The Cosmos packed, man. I wouldn't
Oh,
be able
yeah,
to.
I'm going there right now when I hang up with you.
I couldn't make it down to the. I couldn't make it down to the sports book. Fuck that. I wouldn't even be able to watch. It looks as busy as it's ever been.
Let's go.
Yeah, David, let's do it. I'm down.
Like I want some Momofuku dinner. I want some egg slut breakfast.
I might risk it all for some duck right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I love Momofuku in Vegas.
Yeah, Momofuku is the best.
That's my favorite restaurant.
It's great.
Are you serious? You're gonna go?
For duck, I might now. I was kidding until someone brought that up. I really wouldn't.
But the thing is they were strolling by the roulette and the peasant blackjack tables, completely packed. Like I would love it to see if he would have taken that camera turn into the high roller blackjack room to see if there's anybody. I mean that place was packed.
Yeah.
That video was scary. You know what? If it's gonna be packed, everyone should have masks on. There was 3 masks in the video.
Did you
of a
see
2 minute,
3?
20-second video.
I saw 0.
I saw 3.
Some Vegas people on Twitter said they think it's about 10% of casino goers.
I mean, Preston knows that's our jam. Like CG is the book down in Cosmo. We'll head over to Aria to hit that book. But like, if you can get a hotel room at Cosmo, you're within 5 different books for sports line. So it's like it's a really big central spot for us from a sports betting perspective for football.
You don't use the apps?
Well, you have to deposit a whole bunch of money and have a bunch of runners, and I can't rely on.
Yeah.
I mean, David, imagine you were my guy in Vegas, and I was hitting you up at 6:30 a.m. to hit an NFL line for me or hit a college football line for me. It's not fair, right?
Depends how much you're giving them to do it.
I mean, I don't know. We're on stream. We'll talk later about what I do, but that's kind of what I do.
Well, I mean, like Westgate put out golf lines today, and I hit up somebody in Vegas. I was like, go there now. Something is really bad. And they're like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I can go tomorrow. And I'm like, it'll be gone by the time you get there tomorrow. So
Why you gotta take this out on the table? I mean, can we just leave the table, the game, and the Jared Jeffers thing?
You did this to yourself.
You did this to yourself.
Crap, you played yourself.
No, but it was packed. It was packed. Who knows what the second floor looks like where all the food is?
It was a buzzer beater in the UFC.
Just now?
I think it was like 5 seconds to go in the second round.
How much?
My Twitter's been going nuts all night since we got on stream with MMA stuff.
How much has Amanda Nunes gone up in her money line? Like, I mean, the money line, she has to be tied into so many parlay cards.
She was like 8-1 or something earlier. What is she?
I thought it was 650.
She was 600, went up to 650 in most places.
Okay, sorry.
That was like a couple hours ago though, so it could be not updated.
That is soon. Is she the next one?
Well, she's the main
event.
event.
I think Mark Hart just won, and then I think that's the main event.
But she's gonna tie up all the parlay cards, Charter. So it's gonna be like, I mean, if anything happens to her, it'll be a massive win for the books.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be better if there were like other sports going on, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, one punch.
Oh, so David, so the person that's going to edit your piece, she went back and watched all of MasterChef season 7 because I told her your questions were inbound and she's
nice. That's a dedication to her craft.
Yeah,
she needs to watch that.
We're pretty excited. So I think the 888 the poker stuff is going to start up if it's not Monday, it'll be the Monday after. But Christian, Scott, whenever you guys get your stuff in, you guys are up next. But I really appreciate you guys sending that stuff in.
If she likes it,
stuff.
she should go. My Facebook fan page I wrote like a blog after every episode that kind of like went a little deeper, as deep as I could go without breaking the NDA.
On what you on what you made and what you cooked and everything and how you
Just
did
about the bullshit behind the scenes and what it's really like.
Yeah, I mean, God, the politics behind that show, I just can imagine. It's just.
I mean, the cooking is legit. The timer's legit. When they say 30 minutes, that's the funniest thing. I always thought those shows were a lie. Like, I figured they say like, oh, you have 30 minutes. And I figured like they turn the clock off and then like, okay, get this all ready. They're going to turn the cameras on.
For camera,
so the
right?
very, very first day in the first challenge, they're like, you have 30 minutes, go. And then the clock's running out. And then they're like, okay, stop, hands up. And we put our hands up and I'm like, okay, am I going to get to finish? And they were like, what do you mean? Like, when's like, when's the real finish? And they're like, we're fucking done, bro.
Yeah, I'm done.
I was like, I wasn't ready. Does not matter.
I like I said in what I sent you, I've cooked a lot of bad eggs. The egg you cooked like on demand, I mean, Jesus Christ. Jesus, man. First career, second career, you did such an amazing job on the show.
Thanks, man. It was fun. The funny part is I kind of learned as I went. That's the sick part.
Oh, I hope we can bring that out in what we put out for you.
You cut out. What'd you say?
The piece that we put out, I hope it really brings out like how great you've been with the cooking aspect, with the Master Chef and all that other stuff.
Cool, man. I hope so. Cool.
Because like with Scott, I tried to touch on personal stuff with you guys, like what you guys were doing outside of poker, like try to show what you're doing from a gambling standpoint, what you're doing like outside of poker and everything, just to show like how round we are as individuals. We're not just poker individuals,
Yeah, I don't play much poker really right now. Well, I guess now with quarantine, the apps, but before that, only really the World Series in December in Vegas. December in Vegas is like second to just the summer.
Died last night.
Scott, you haven't laid down this entire night, and it's like it's tilting me. It's tilting me that you've been upright the entire time.
Are you on a boat? You're on a boat. Oh my god!
I showed you.
Boat.
Yeah, I've been on my boat all day. I'm at the boat dock. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Hey, David, check the chat when you get a second.
Some people don't have chairs, and some people just are on boats. It's just like,
Where are you staying, Colin?
So my whole family lives in between Bentonville and Fayetteville, and if you look on a Google map, I'm on Beaver Lake right now. So my boat is actually on a dock in Northwest Arkansas, in Beaver Lake.
Yeah. Are you?
And my kids I was out with my kids all day, and then my girl took them off. And then we amazingly found 4 bars of Verizon and a little power source, and so we could play a little poker.
That's wild, man.
Yeah. But I didn't know this was going on. Like Justin last night was like, "Do you want to play poker tonight?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, how about tomorrow night?" I was like, "Yeah." So I had no clue this was going on.
It was spontaneous. It's not that easy getting.
You're right.
15, let alone I was trying to get 80 people into a Zoom chat and to participate at the same time. Impossible.
You're right. It's impossible.
It's impossible. Everyone had different schedules. If I did this at 5 o'clock, it would have been a completely different roster of people.
But I mean,
I'm a no-lifer, buddy. I'm free whenever.
I mean,
I'm with you, bro. But that's why I fuck with you. That's why we're on the same team, unless it's the most important topics possible. Jared Jeffries.
Hey, wait. Actually, speaking of Jared Jeffries, interesting little fact. He's the president of an esports team, and there was some juicy drama with Rick Fox, one of the co-owners.
Oh,
Rick Fox. He's not with him anymore.
No, yeah. Big acquisition, juicy drama, lawsuit. I like Jared Jeffries. I think he's got you now, though. Wow, he's running shit.
I don't.
The console over.
Here's the problem: is this whole conversation, Kev, is now being the context of it has been just washed away by the slander of the rest of the chat. So now he's probably going to think I'm disrespecting him by saying I could get 5 points off of him, when that's more of just a hypothesis. It's not disrespect. I think it's just a statement of fact. But now that we've had all of this conversation, now it's like going to turn into it's escalating.
Listen,
I mean, he was in the NBA.
Consider me an NBA novice. Is this I used to play 21 down at the rec with Corliss Williamson and Corey Beck and Dwight Stewart. Is this threes count as two and anything inside the arc counts as one? Make it take it? Like, what is? How do you get in your five? Like, is a three a three and a two is a two? A field goal is a two? Or like, what's the point scoring? What's the point scoring?
So real quick. We're playing to 11. It's ones and twos. Threes counts as twos.
Okay.
Twos counts as ones.
Okay.
And it's losers. It's a loser. So if he scores, I get the ball.
Okay. Five's a lot, buddy. I love you, but five's a lot.
Thank you for your. You know what? That's a lot nicer than a lot of the others I've gotten.
What is your
Colin?
Yeah.
Could you bet 250 off of Bartolo Colon?
Yeah.
Are you serious with this comparison?
Most of us don't think you can score once on Jared Jeffries.
Okay, that's you're entitled to your opinion.
I'm trying to help. He said he's an NBA novice.
Preston, you and
Bartolo Colon is old. He's actually older than Jared Jeffries.
It wouldn't be, can you bat 250 off Bartolo Colon?
It would be some sort of amount of home runs then out of X amount of bats. Like
Could you take 10 straight at bats against Bartolo Colon and get 2 hits? That's what it would be.
That's close to 250. That's 200.
Yeah, but I mean.
But no. But I'm talking about there's a sample set that's a lot smaller.
Of course.
With,
how many at bats.
But here's
8 defensive players behind him.
Hey, Preston,
You're relying on luck. That's your strategy.
I mean,
Wob's gonna be practicing his bump base hits.
Yeah.
I'm done talking about this. Now it's time for action.
Turn around and go over his head.
Words in action. Okay, everyone's still in the damn Twitch stream right now. Show us some damn action instead of words. I see you talking shit in the chat and donate.
What's my line versus you?
David, can you just call Jared Jeffries right now? Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Let's see. It's gonna be weird.
I mean, Preston, Rob has to be really confident because, to be honest with you, I was offered to walk on at Arkansas, right? I mean, I could have hit. I'm not sure.
He's about to call Jared Jeffries.
Would I hit 250? I don't know.
Colin, hold on.
Is he actually? I was just kidding. Oh my god.
Holy shit.
You have to do it right now.
Ask him if he knows who Worldwide Wob is.
And no one's asking that but you.
No answer. I sent a message.
Yeah, he's watching the stream scared. That's why.
He's not watching the stream.
All right, Colin, go ahead.
He's watching the stream, waiting to see if he gets a bite on his line. That's all he's streaming on.
So literally, I played competitive baseball, hardcore, and I really think my ceiling was a cup of coffee to AA. The way I could hit, my fielding was shit, but the way I could hit, I think my cup of coffee would have been AA. So Rob must really believe in himself to have a ceiling of what?
4 per game in high school, they said.
No, I mean, like I was doing fine in the state of Arkansas with baseball. So how does Rob feel about himself going to like the next level? Like,
let me ask you, changing gears a little bit, why'd you decide not to walk on at Arkansas and play? You just wanted to move on from baseball?
Honestly, I got a full ride doing engineering college, and I could have walked on to play baseball, or Missouri Southern at Joplin was a full ride to play baseball, and I said no, and I took a tuition, free ride, full pay to get an engineering degree.
Shows your career too.
Yeah, I knew at 18 years old that this body wasn't going to produce money. It was the brain. So, but I mean, hitting 200 off Bartolo. If you can play ball, you can do that. Scoring 5 against Jeffrey. I mean, I don't know. That's tough. That's tough.
Hitting 200 on Bartolo is hard. What does he give up the hitters? 270?
He's only got 3 pitches, though. I mean, he's only got 3 pitches, and he tips his pitches.
Major
I
League
mean,
players
you're
hit
going to know.
260 off of him, though. 270.
I thought it was a closer comparison, like somewhat. Like if you had 10 at bats, over under 2.5 would be 250, right? Like, and you have to have some sort of defense. Call it a single A level defense.
But Bartolo's only got 3 pitches. I mean, you can guess on one, and then prepare for the change. Prepare for the 4-seamer. I mean, Bartolo's had his hot nights, but
all right, well, we'll stream that one right after we do Rob's. We'll get you guys set up too.
I have to hit 1 of 5. Is that it? I have to hit 1 of 5.
or 2 out of 10. You can choose sample size.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna have to find him for this one.
Isn't Bartolo still active?
He probably is. He's a robot, man.
Yeah, he is.
Like, didn't he pitch in baseball last year?
I think he retired. I think last year was his last season.
I think he didn't. Yeah.
I think
yeah,
he's
you're
still
right.
open to come back though. Like he's open to go.
I mean,
back.
if you go 0 for 10, he'll be back the following season.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go to sleep, but no, I was awake for all of that. I heard everything.
Thanks for stopping by, Maria. We
Maria, thanks for
appreciate
being
you.
here. Maria, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Bye.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Rangers of 18. I don't see a 2019 team listed for old Bartolo.
Yeah, it was 18.
Now, Preston, are you giving me the ballpark in Arlington, or are you going to make me? Let me look.
It's
at
not
this
gonna
list.
matter. You think you're gonna hit one over the fence? You could have Coors Field. I don't care.
Doug, stay in there, buddy. You knocked me out with your 10s.
There's like a television show idea here, though.
It's downhill since my pocket aces got burned in the last 2.
But Preston, really, the show was
Like, I'm just saying, like, get like famous sports media people going up against pro athletes, some sort of series. Like
But you
10
know what I
different
miss
sports.
is I grew up like I know I'm a little bit older than you, but I grew up watching Home Run Derby, where like Harmon Killebrew would show up to Wrigley, and to see how many home runs he could hit, right? Or to see, you know, some of the big guys from MLB and participate in a filmed, obviously tape delayed Home Run Derby. Like, we need that back again. I loved that show.
I didn't. What do you mean this show? Like, it was an actual show that they did?
Am I just showing my age? Is anybody here over the age of like
I don't
35,
remember. Rings a
37,
bell.
38? Remember Home Run Derby, where like Harmon Killebrew, Hank Aaron, like some of the older guys would show up and they would just face off in a Home Run Derby against each other? It was like a real show. Along with This Week in Baseball, TWIB.
Oh, yeah, that was
during the mid 80s. Like, it was a real show.
Saturday mornings,
Yeah.
10 a.m.
Go get him, Doug. You knocked me out. Go get him, Doug.
Let her rip, Doug.
How's this still going?
Ow.
Where's that king? Where's the king?
Give him the
Oh,
K.
there was
Give
two
him
of
the
them
K.
against you earlier.
Give him the
Yeah,
K.
well,
There it is.
There it is. You ask and you shall receive.
Kick, save, and a beaut.
Scott, by the way, I want to put everybody on notice. Scott is laying down. So, is Scott in the hand?
He does the lane sometimes.
Literally
Too.
fell down a mountain yesterday. I am banged
Scott
up.
has 2 positions. He either stands or lays down. There's no sitting.
Yeah.
He was
yeah.
in bed.
I should
He was
be in
in
the
bed
yard.
against us the other night, tucked in. At 3 a.m., he was tucked in.
Yes, I'm about to get in the same
Tell me
position. Are you dreaming?
tell me a bedtime story about John H. Nemechek, please.
First of all, he's borderline unplayable tomorrow. Okay, so that's just mean. All right, let's talk about NASCAR. Good point. All
Are we
right,
talking
so
NASCAR or are we talking golf?
Alex, no,
Great Truckos race today.
Now we're in the
What
wheelhouse.
What happened in Truckos?
What was the odds of the guy who won today?
Come on.
There was a guy who was 25-1 was about to win. They threw a caution with like 2 laps to go.
That's
and
what
he
happened.
got second.
Damn it. I would have called you if fucking Kevin wasn't behind me.
And a pair of 2s.
Oh, I had 4 or 5. I was going to draw against you.
Go get him, Doug. Go get him, Doug.
He's a coward.
Preston, are you betting on NASCAR? I mean,
I had a friend that had the guy that was 25-1. I don't even understand how you do all these laps. I don't watch NASCAR at all. You do all these laps, and you can just with 2 laps to go, like, actually, we got to start over. Caution flag. And the rate, like, it makes no sense.
Imagine not betting on NASCAR.
None of it matters. They might as well just start the race again with 2 laps to go. None of it matters. None of the
Right.
first
It's essentially you're saying let's just forget what all happened the last hour and a half. Or whatever.
Yeah, bro. But you get drunk while you watch it, so who cares? It's not complicated.
Good, Wob. Ace high is good.
Can we talk about how soft?
Someone's got to provide some entertainment to the damnedest. We got people in the chat still. They can't see any cards.
But we don't have the Maria Hoodie clans going up against each other anymore.
Somebody show me your best.
Hey, Justin, I sent 100 to the BLM charity poker, and it says I sent it to Justin.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure that it didn't like fuck up and just send you 100.
I'm handling it.
All good.
And then we'll put it together.
What's the Venmo?
It's in the chat on the Zoom.
Yeah, and that goes out to any of you guys watching this Twitch. If you're still watching, it means you've probably been here since the beginning. We're trying to raise money here. Donate to us.
If you're still watching, that means you sat through us talking about Rob playing Jared Jeffries one-on-one for 45 minutes.
And you're going to make money off of me at some point anyway, now that you've watched this. So you should be donating so we can make a contributable. How do you say that?
How about I give a pick to everybody that I can't log on the Action Network app, but I've already bet it, and I sent somebody to the Westgate, and I've already put $1,000 on it. Is
Now we're
everybody
talking.
ready?
In golf.
So the Westgate put out their Colonial Country Club numbers for next week at the Westgate Superbook, and their winner has been marked at 264.5 as their final round. They have to, all play all 4 rounds. Essentially, what does that come out to? Because it's a par 280, 15.5 over under. Since 2011, if you're listening, nobody has completed Colonial less than 264.5 except 4 fucking golfers. 4 golfers since 2011 have gone under 264.5 as a winner in Fort Worth at Colonial. I have taken the over on this, obviously, threw a dime down. I'm not sure it's moved. I could log in and look at it, but only 4 golfers. It's
264.5.
It's still 264.5. Threw a dime down on it, had a runner go and hit it 264.5. And here's the deal. Here's the logic behind this. Rory is the favorite. I got news for you. Rory's never played this course in Fort Worth. He's never played Colonial next week. Let's go further. There we just had these matchups. Phil, Tiger, Rory, DJ, Ricky, Wolf. Their putting is shit, and I don't blame them. Imagine coming off of a 2-3 month break. Holy cow, I wouldn't be putting well either. My 1 putts would become 2 putts. My 2 putts would become 3 putts. There's going to be some nerves. I think the winner, finishing at 16 or above, only 4 golfers since 2011.
Another king or a 5-10
have finished less than 264.5. I took the over on that for a dime.
GG, Doug.
I had to. It was either that end or the next one.
GG, Doug.
Colin, do you think you could get 5 holes on Rory?
Do I think I could get what on Rory?
5 holes. Skins game or something.
And how many holes do I get to play? Like 200?
18.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So it's the over-under for the winning score, is that what you're saying?
Listen, 264.5 was the number, Doug, and at the Westgate, and I'm saying it's going to go over. Because only...
Was 1,000 the max?
Yeah, 1K was the max. Only 4 golfers have gone under that
Charles
number.
Schwab Challenge?
3 of those golfers were in 20... Yep, Charles Schwab, Colonial Country Club next week in Fort Worth. 3 of those golfers were 2018. One of them was 2016, but since 2011, nobody's gone under 264.5. So unless they have good pin placement, unless they're up in the tee box, I haven't read anything about that. You got to take over 264.5. You think these golfers are going to come out and putt perfectly on the first PGA Tour event after 2 or 3 months? That's ridiculous. So anyways, that's my analysis, and for everybody on the Twitch stream, I've already bet a dime of my own money on that, so hopefully that helps.
Honestly, that was probably the best description for a bet I've possibly ever heard in my life. Probably the most articulate explanation I've ever heard.
But but I mean, and the thing is Rory is on the leaderboard to win this thing. He has the best odds, but he's never played this course, so I don't know how you would even bet him. So
we got shit, Kev. Why are you betting me at blind? Sucking on that lollipop.
Jordan Spieth.
The main event's starting for anyone who cares.
Noons, Doug?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They're like touching gloves.
What was the line on that?
Did it close 650? Does anybody know?
Someone bet $1 million.
I'll try to check real quick.
Someone bet $1 million.
No, I can't. It's not there.
Wait, is this I saw someone tweeting about plus 750, so this is that fight.
That's got to be that one.
All right, someone said it was a really good bet at 750.
I have the under.
I just don't follow it at all.
Yeah, plus 750. I would do it.
Someone said I'm a big fan of Doug not understanding the angles of a webcam. Very on brand.
Understanding what?
Not understanding the angles of a webcam. Very on
There you
brand.
go.
I know. Well, I've been sitting up and down, so I don't want to move my laptop every time.
You are more well groomed than any of us on this entire thing, so that's a good thing.
I have like my setup here with my TVs, my other laptops, and I've been like looking.
Are we firing another game after this, just for
another
game or no?
I have to leave a boat dock. I had an Uber. I scheduled an Uber to come to the boat dock, so I have to leave after this. But you guys
I'm
are
down
welcome to go.
to run a offshore.
let's run it back.
Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes for anyone that's playing.
Show me a bluff. Show it. Oh boy, if I call, I lose. Kev, we got to team up here.
Okay.
Justin,
Collusion.
look at your stack.
Absolute collusion. Here.
Justin,
Collusion, wow.
Justin, look at your
it's-
stack. What is a stack, Justin?
I got him. Don't worry about it.
Yo, you get in there too, go.
Oh,
All right.
Go ahead.
This is just massive respect. I don't know.
You know what's
I'll
funny? So Justin, I just wrote our heads up. But by the way, guys, you guys are pros. I'm not a pro. I wrote a heads up article for Action, and I thought about Justin because all Justin does in heads up is 3-bet. 3-bet, 4-bet. 3-bet, 4-bet. 5-bet, 6-bet. 3-bet. Come on, Justin, push it on him. I want to see you shove on Rob like you do on me.
He's doing plenty of it. I just got to catch him.
There you go. There he goes.
I just got to catch him. He's got the stack. He shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, and he does it. I mean, it makes me sweat. Like I'm in my own chair and I'm sweating like a bitch.
I should have called. I think I should have called. It's 6-9 of spades. That's within the range against a soft ace, the soft king of Justin.
I'm snapping you there, Kevin.
Justin, he's so good at heads up. He'll hand you the business.
All right.
There we go.
Do I want to call with 10-7 off?
Your highest is a 10?
It's 10-7, but I'm being shoved on out of any range. I know I'm behind. It's just a matter of if he has
I need
a 10.
to hire Christian or hire David or hire Scott. I've got to like figure out what to do on these tweeners on heads up.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna go at
And
you.
I had 9-2. I can't
Zero
call.
invested. Here we go.
Thank God.
Oh Jesus.
Kevo, I need you. Thank you,
Oh!
Kevin. Better. Oh my God. Come on. Look, welcome to poker. Welcome to River Stars. Welcome to River Stars, Kev.
Justin
Oh,
Fan,
double
that's
bang with you all.
illegal. That's illegal, Justin Fan.
Kev, thank you. If you need the
I want to
bounce.
see what Justin. I want to see if Justin can take.
I
it
got
all
his.
the way home.
I'm in Justin's head. I have a Ritz Carlton inside this man's head. I'm about to pull a 4-1. I'm about to pull a 5-1. I even got the tape of him being what? How? No, questioning his own faith.
I've never seen you clip a video and post it to Twitter faster in my life.
I put it up in like 2 seconds when I caught. What did I have? Like a straight flush or something?
Good fold, Rob. Good fold.
Thanks. Just as bad.
Yeah, that's not 5-2 won't play.
I mean, this is good
catch him
psychology.
once. Just catch him once is all I got to do. Got my favorite hand. Let's go.
Oh shit!
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go. I told you you're not beating my favorite hand.
End ball.
You're not beating
Oh
my favorite
my-
hand.
Oh!
Fucking River Stars. Unbelievable.
And he had hearts.
That's unbelievable. Every time it's River Stars.
All right, I'm gonna cut the stream off. Everybody say thank you for the charity. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching us tonight.
Yeah, if you haven't already and you enjoyed the stream, make sure you donate so we can send some money to some good causes. Please, before you go. We appreciate you watching.